Alright, quick and easy banana pudding fudge. This is foolproof. Anybody can do it, and it's very delicious. It's so easy and quick. What we're going to need, vanilla wafers, name brand or off brand, either works. You're going to need 1 package of banana cream instant pudding mix. This is 3.4 ounces. We're going to need 1 jumbo bag. This is the value bag of white chocolate chips, 24 ounces. 1 can of 14-ounce sweetened condensed milk. 5 tablespoons of butter. 1 cup of marshmallows and 2 tablespoons of sugar. I have an extra step in here that you can avoid and make this even quicker and easier, but I think it makes all of the difference. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off, we need 5 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to melt that. This is the part that you can avoid, but I think it makes a huge difference. We're going to make a crust and put it on the bottom of our pan first, then put our fudge on top of it, so when we cut it, we've got like a pie crust on the bottom. I think it makes a big difference. I'm going to melt this, and then I'm going to take about 40 of these nail wafers, and I'm going to crush them up with 2 tablespoons of sugar. All right, I have 40 nail wafers in there. Then I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of sugar. You already know I'm not dragging out the food processor for this. I'm going to use my weed eater. This is from Tupperware. This is why I call it the weed eater. See why that's my weed eater? Anyway, if we don't have weed eater, you could put these in a bag and take a rolling pin, your fist, a wooden spoon, and just beat the living far out of it. Take out all of your aggressions. All right. So here is my melted butter. Here is my 40 Nilla wafers with 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then we're going to pour our melted butter in there, and we're just making a pie crust. Then we need to line our baking sheet. This is 8 by 8. So we're going to mix this together. Again, this part can be skipped if you so choose, but I think it makes such a pretty presentation, and I like that nice crunch on the bottom. Yeah, who doesn't want extra pie crust, right? Just make sure you stir this together really well. And then we're going to pour it into our pan. And we're just going to press it down. And then this can sit and kind of firm up while we make our fudge. This is a kind of thick crust as well. I like the thicker crust on the bottom. I'm going to go wash my hands, and then I'll be back and show you how to make fudge. Alright, so now we're going to take this, go ahead and open it, and we're going to take this with this entire bag in here, and we're going to melt this on 30-second intervals until it's melted. We're going to do it at 30-second intervals just so we don't scorch the chocolate or burn it. When I get this melted, I'll be back. Alright, this has started to melt. It's about a quarter of the way there. So I'm going to go ahead and take my sweetened condensed milk. This is a 14-ounce can. We're going to go ahead and pour it in and let that heat up while we finish melting this chocolate. this stirred in, and then we're going to return it and keep doing our 30-second intervals until everything is smooth. Alright, this is melted. It's not a runny consistency, so don't worry about that. It is a thick consistency. You didn't do anything wrong. This is what it's supposed to look like. We're going to take our cup of marshmallows, and then I just knocked over our banana pudding. This is our 3.4 ounce of banana pudding. I did get it all in there. There's just a little bit left on the counter. Everything is not perfect, and it happens. We're going to go ahead and stir that in. Make sure that you stir this part really well so the banana gets all the way through there. And those marshmallows will slightly melt, and I think it makes just little pockets of delicious goodness. This part here, it'd probably be better if I had a bigger bowl, but this is the bowl that I had out here. So this is the bowl we're going to work with. Just get all of that mixed in really nicely. You just want to make sure that all of that pudding is mixed in there. You don't want any clumps that aren't mixed in. It gets stiff and hard to work with, but it does mix up. All right, everything is together. Here is our prepared pie crust that we made earlier. Again, optional. If you don't want that part, don't do it. This is a thick fudge, so when I cut this up, I make small 1-inch pieces. They're not huge. All right. So here's what our fudge is looking like so far. Now, I have an extra handful of vanilla wafers, and we crush these over the top. You could put them back in the weed eater, but I think that's a little too much. I like this part a little crunchy, and what I do, you just spread this out over the top of the fudge, and you want to kind of push it in, because if not, this is going to set on top of the fudge and not actually go down in there and become part of it, and it's going to fall off when we cut it. Alright. That is what we're looking like. I'm going to let this sit up, and I'll be back when we cut it. Alrighty, it's been long enough that our fudge is set up. Now this was the banana pudding fudge that we just made, and it smells awesome. This one is going to be so pretty, and I know if you make it, it'll be a hit with everybody. There's that crust on the bottom. There's all of these wafers on the top. It's a creamy fudge. And guess what? We're going to make Stephen come and try it for you all. Y'all want Stephen to come to give it a taste? I know you do. Stephen!
I'm coming.
Give it a taste.
Ooh, that's good. That's very banana-y.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Y'all should make this.
Mm.
The crunchiness, too. I like that.
It's such a pretty fudge. And it's so easy to make. You seen what was in it. Almost nothing.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you.
Okay. Alright. I want to finish cutting this up and attempt not to eat it. It's so creamy. The longer this sits, the more that crust on the bottom will become firm. I can't wait any longer, and we're just gonna go with the show. Anyway, there is the final piece. It's so pretty. Like I said, I try not to make it more than this.